Hi, Rich Karuba for bowlingball.com. Man, there's a long article we posted called Bowling Lane Oil Facts. We never talk about lane oil. I'm just going to give you a couple of highlights from this article. I got to urge you to read it because I don't have time to talk about the whole article here in this video. But I want you to know that today's lane conditioning products, bowling oil specifically, are 100% solid conditioners, and they're simply a progression from old conditioners that use solvents in the formula. No longer. Mineral oil is the main substance used in today's conditioners and accounts for about 98% of the formulas. There's always extra additives in there to help the formulas in the lane oil work depending on the type of surfaces the manufacturer's targeting for oil application. The ultimate goal of these products is to minimize change in bowling ball reaction, bowling ball motion, and maximize the oil application consistently by the lane machines. Okay. Now, one of the things that we talk about, you hear the term viscosity. It's a measurement of the internal friction of the fluid, and there's a more resistance to the bowling ball when the oil viscosity is higher, because it causes the ball to slow down and hook a little earlier. And with lower viscosity, it's slicker than the high viscosity oil, and that high viscosity oil is of course more durable. Okay, so lower viscosity conditions can flow very consistently through the wicks of the oil machine, and they tend to create more effective carry down. When you want to have carry down on the lane to set the pattern in, because you're using a shorter oil procedure, typically proprietors will use low viscosity oil. Now, today's oils are pretty durable, but they'll break down, and the lanes will call for the lanes to open up. And all the liquid moves, so all oils carry down the lane. Remember, every bit of liquid, water, anything you spill is going to move. So the oil is going to do the same thing. It's going to track down the lane. The bowling balls pull it down the lane, the cover stock. So the conditions call for oil carry down or oil breakdown. Breakdown means that there's less oil on the lane as you bowl, because the bowling balls absorb it. When a lot of players are on a pair of lanes, like in 3 games of league, the lane conditions change because the oil is removed from the surface over a period of time. It also carries down the lane to the dry part of the back end of the lane, so the condition changes slightly. So every time a ball's delivering, the condition changes slightly. That's a good rule of thumb. And whatever oil pattern's put down at your local center, regardless of which lane conditioner is being used, the length of the bowling lane oil extends beyond the final distance the oil pattern is applied to the surface. And every time a ball's thrown, it picks up oil, carries it a little further. And the oil that's removed from the front end of the lane, that's retained in the ball, that's pulled down the lane, then breaks down on the front part of the lane. And as oil moves on the surface of the lane, as a result of the bowling ball passing through a given area, the oil separates and then it closes, separates and closes until a total breakdown in lubricity occurs. And that means then the oil won't close. There's going to be a few boards on the lane that are pretty well dry. The ball's going to read that and pick up early hook on you. You're going to have to make a severe adjustment or bowling ball changes. As a player, it's difficult to improve your performance playing lanes after oil carry down and breakdown if you don't practice it. If you don't go out and work on lane conditions that have carry down and breakdown conditions and test all the variables in real time. That is your delivery style, your ball speed, your loft, the equipment that you use, and the angles that you have to play to compensate. You're going to be left behind. The players that can make the best adjustments to these changes in lane conditions are the ones that are going to be most successful. Remember, adjustments from player to player are based on ball speed, rev rate, axis tilt, the bowling ball cover stock, the layout pattern used to drill the ball, and the accuracy of a given player. And to compound all these challenges, the oil conditioner used and the oil on the given oil pattern. So depending on the oil pattern, angle adjustment systems will also vary. So you got to be on your toes. You got to work with this in practice and be aware that these things change. Now read the article. You get a little more information about the oil itself. I hope some of this information helps you and motivates you to get out and learn more about oil and about oil patterns and how to make adjustments on them. You want to work with your coach and other talented players in your area to get a good idea how to improve those skills. Thank you.